What's up, guys? I'm the Pop Rocker, and I don't have time to dry my hair. I'm sorry, I'm a mess, I know, but it is 2 in the morning, and I have to get this show on the road if I have any hope of getting this video out to you this week. Let's get started. I said we were getting started, and I got on Facebook for 10 minutes. My bad, I'm sorry. Baby Keem, the Melodic Blue. Man, this was dope. I'm not going to be the guy to say that this album is better than Drake and Kanye, but both of their albums have multiple songs that I like less than anything on here. Baby Keem kind of got a head start in the game by being Kendrick's cousin, and having him on this album, plus on what might be the greatest song of the year, Family Ties, really set him up for success here. But Keem definitely manages to stand out on his own and isn't clearly being held up by his cousin at all. I mean that seriously, that sounded really sarcastic. I think this album might be shaping up to be the start of the next big thing. Would I recommend it? Yeah. Hot Milk. I just want to know what happens when I'm dead. Hot Milk is truly something unique in the business. If you watch their music videos, or read their lyrics, or look at pictures of them, or listen to the name of their band in the first place, then you'll find some absolute punk kids. But if you actually listen to the music, you'll find one of the most creative forces in the emo alternative genre. And this EP is no different for them. Catchy hooks, power vocals, blaring production, and a male-female duo that complement each other so well, I'd say they count as underrated. Would I recommend this? Yes, but you're gonna think I'm crazy at first. Fayzone. Ocean. Fayzone is an up-and-coming artist out in Vegas who's really making a name for himself with this debut album. It might be cheating a little bit that I have a personal connection, shout out to C. But that doesn't influence how I feel about this at all. And I'll prove it by starting with the one negative I have. His style of R&B isn't always for me, but it's so full of early 2000s NSYNC slow jam nostalgia and a maturity way beyond his years that it's clearly a hit album. Would I recommend it? 100%. But that one might be me cheating a little bit. Yebba. Dawn. I, like probably 40% of the alternative music community, got really excited when I heard Yebba on Drake's album last week, and then I found out they were releasing their own album this week, and I gotta say, this isn't at all what I was expecting. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I haven't really decided yet. This album is a lot more melodic and haunting and less pop hook focused. And I guess that's not really a problem, but for me, only knowing Yebba from other people's pop albums, it was a little bit surprising. Even more surprising was that it still had an appearance from A$AP Rocky. All of that being said, I still definitely enjoyed the experience I went on with this. Would I recommend it? I wish I could say that I could, but I don't think I ever would. No offense. Stuff from my brain. This kid is either going places or he's gonna fizzle out by 21. What? He's 22? No, not a chance. In an age where most punk and alternative stars need to have something to say with all of their music, which I guess is really every age of punk, No Offense just seems like he wants to have fun. Play some loud guitars, sing about being weird, and enjoy the ride. And I think it's very refreshing. Keep it up, kid. Who's definitely still a kid. Would I recommend it? Yeah. Justin Bennetts. Bad Day. I think I liked this one? I didn't really have time to know. The EP was kind of over before it started. It's 4 songs long, and the longest one was 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but I feel like I remember the songs being cool. I honestly don't have anything else to say because it was kind of a blink and you'll miss it experience. I can say there wasn't really anything I didn't like about it. Would I recommend it? If you literally have a few minutes to kill, then yeah. Nessa Barrett. Pretty Poison. Maybe it's my fault for seeking out so many female alternative artists this year, but this kind of felt like something I've heard plenty of times before. You could easily insert these songs into a Girl in Red playlist, or Chloe Moriando, or Sarah Kay's, or Mothica, or Lexi Jade, or any of the other ones that have kind of slipped through the cracks for me this year, and you might not even be able to tell the difference. And I don't really think that's a bad thing. I just think some of these artists need to start doing something a little different, or they're gonna get beat out by the people doing it better than them. Would I recommend this? Unfortunately, no. Maria Isabel. I hope you're very unhappy without me. Always gotta have something chill in my weekly mix. Isabel brought the vibes in a week that was honestly really energetic and hectic. I gotta say, I'm not sure if she's my type, but I didn't have a bad time listening to this. And Latin style is kind of one of my guilty pleasures, so it was really nice having some touches of that thrown in. Would I recommend this? No, but I'm sad about it. Sleigh Bells. Texas. This was a lot. I ended up putting this off until last because I was really anxious about it. I knew from the previews that I had heard that it was going to be a lot. And it was a lot. If you think I'm exaggerating, just focus on the background music a second. The music was pretty good and the songs were decent. It's just that the production was as in your face as it could possibly be. It's like the intent was to make an album that raises everyone's blood pressure. Eventually I would start to get used to it, but then something crazy would happen and it would throw me right back off. Would I recommend this? I'm not even sure if I should. The band Camino, self-titled. I think this might have been my most anticipated album of the year. I only found the band Camino last year and they very quickly became one of my favorites. I still bump Daphne Blue regularly. So did this album live up to my expectations? Almost. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit disappointed in it, partly because it seems like the band is leaning slightly more towards the pop side now and away from the rock side, and partly because I think most of the good songs were released as singles already, and so I've already heard them all. But, oh man, the album I thought was going to be an 11 out of 10 was just a 9.5, you know? Like, it's chock full of catchy hooks, the emotional tone is fantastic. It really seems like it's going to be one of those albums that's an immediate underrated classic. I've listened to it a few times already, and it kind of gets better every time. I think it goes without saying this is my pick of the week. Would I recommend it? Please make this band famous. And that's going to do it for my weekly music haul. Is there any music you think I missed out on this week? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you still want to tell me how wrong I am about Certified Lover Boy? Find me on any of my socials down in the description. And if you liked what you saw, obviously like, share, subscribe, do all that, but most importantly, tell your friends. And until next week, I've been the Pop Rocker, and I'll see you guys in the next video.